Alright. Back. So, timers. Alright. Let's finish up the day. Too many broken ribs, yeah. Paralyzed for the rest of her life.
It's night already. Tomorrow at 1800, the government's going to take action, and we're all dead.
Fender Castle. Is the Wii store still active? Well, I guess the Wii U store is still active for another couple months. Was it in March, I think, of 2023 is when they're shutting down the Wii U store? He was iconic. You'll be alright.
Really? Do you really think it'll all turn out okay?
No.
Izuna seemed to be stuck too. We can't count on anyone else to help us now.
Yeah. That demon, Jezebel, the one in Amane, it defeated Jikoku, right? Knowing that doesn't help us with anything.
If Jezebel's inside Amane, there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing the Special Forces can do then.
That's why we have to do our best. We can't give up, not even at the last second.
Well, we'll give a last second, alright. Be like, screw this game and
Besides the
shut it down, never look
we can't
back.
expect the angels to pull any strings to help us. No matter what happens, they probably won't forgive humans until we take responsibility.
The angels piss me off. I must stop the demons.
They did say that would work, but, well, I guess it's our only way out of this.
I think today went well. We defeated Belial and saved Haru.
Hooray for us.
Well, you're right about that. And we were able to change our destined deaths. Even on top of that, we're well on our way to winning the battle for the Throne of Bel. Still, we can't let our guard down. We do have to stop that final option.
Why not both? Let's focus on that.
Right. I'm never going to relax until we make it through tomorrow.
Phew. I feel exhausted all of a sudden. Hey, why don't we get some rest soon?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We should make sure we're rested for tomorrow.
Because they're, like, controlling the government to, like, keep everybody in this lockdown. Of course they're evil.
No matter how much we laugh or cry, it all ends tomorrow. Let's make sure it ends well.
Yeah.
God hates you.
Well, let's get ready for bed.
You have, like, one less... Don't we usually have 5? Who didn't we get a letter from? We didn't get one from Dolly? How come Dolly didn't send us a letter? What the hell, Dolly? Hey, Shaisumo. Can't thank you enough. There's no way Aya would want the world to be filled with demons. Don't want to make her sad. Always working her hardest to complete the song. Going to keep going until the very end. We need your power. Please, help us by lending us your strength. I forget to seal tomorrow, but I won't give up until the very end. There are 2 things I can do. Use Haru's song to remove all demons from Earth. Create the program to take control of all demons. Which is the best choice? You always make calm decisions. I'll leave this one to you. We're definitely going to have to select an ending. Do we want to rule the world? Or do we want to destroy all demons? Not in the this card here. You gotta remember it's a 3DS card, right? Having multiple languages on this would have been extremely expensive. They would have to double the size of the cart. So yeah, definitely only the English VA. But I imagine in Japan they had a Japanese voice acting as well. What do we do? I'm so scared. I just want to get up and run away, even while I'm typing this. Everyone has their own thoughts. This isn't something we can handle by ourselves. Only we can get the government to delay the plan to kill us all. Is there nothing we can do? Why do you hesitate, Lan? There's no other way for man to survive the coming storm. The way is clear. All you have to do is become the Overlord and in order the demons not to harm humans. You can even lift the lockdown afterwards, either through words or might. Then come to me, now. I've reflected on the events in the past week, and I have reconfirmed our need of your power in order to end the situation. Angel Remiel has promised me that humanity will be saved, gain control of all the demons and obey our Lord. Please lend me your power so we can show mankind the path of righteousness. I'll be waiting for you to come visit me. Wait, is Amani writing this, or Remiel? Because didn't Remiel say that he basically put her consciousness away, because if she woke up, then Jezebel could take over? So the fact she's talking about Remiel as if it's not Remiel writing this, it kind of counteracts that. Yeah, but although I'm sure the Japanese version will also be fully in Japanese, so good luck with that. Cleanse the non-believers. When you finish reading an email, a familiar-looking man comes up to you.
Oh my, we meet again.
Oh
I'm
my.
glad to see that you made it out alive. Well done. But you know, everyone's going to die tomorrow. That's a sad thing.
Oh my, you're right.
Oh my, are you mocking me? You're not all that, you know. Well, whatever you think, you may be able to change that destiny in the remaining time.
Great series. Yeah, it would be nice if they brought this to Switch instead of keeping it on like systems that not really anybody can play on anymore. I'm definitely not going to do all routes. I mean, I'll probably, like, it depends on how much work there is to do each route. I mean, there's definitely a couple routes that I can see, right? There's one where we control the demons and take over the world, ones where we destroy the demons, and there's, like, the other paths. Either way. One path would probably be good. But I've definitely left myself open to multiple paths. We'll change Destiny in the meantime. Really?
You can believe me or not. You're free to decide.
70 hours, yeah. Because I imagine you probably have to redo like I'm sure the choosing the path is gonna happen before you do like a big chunk of the battles, which means you're probably gonna have to do the Belberith death multiple times, and that's probably not gonna be an easy one, I'm sure. So.
People's thoughts hold strength, as proven by Naoya's demon summoning program. If you use that power to your advantage, you can change the world, or your destiny. Walk the path with those sympathetic to you, and with whom you would share destiny.
What path?
Well, didn't you receive an email from that person just a moment ago? I believe that's the invitation to go forth, hand in hand, into destiny. There are an infinity of roads before you.
Infinity.
You should already know who walks which
Wait, we got
path.
an infinite number of paths now. Not 9. Of course I know.
Oh, is your mind already set? No wonder you're Naoya's cousin.
Well, he's already slipped a few times that we're his brother.
Anyway, tomorrow is the last day. I wish you the best of luck.
And disappears before your eyes. Oh. I guess this is where we choose a path. Mani, Etsuro, Yuzu, Jin, Naoya. Kind of curious about the Amani path. Yeah, Yuzu for sure, because Yuzu, there's literally like a title, which is kind of what spoiled that there was an 8th day. Like Tokyo and Yuzu's 8th day. Like, oh, I guess there's 8 days. Don't we already know the government's final option? Maybe that only locks at the end of the game. Let's do the Amani one.
Have you made your decision to become Messiah and save mankind? You have been selected by our Almighty Lord. This glory can be none other than yours. Now, let us go forth together with him.
What will happen to humanity? Oh, become Jesus.
Kind-hearted one, your heart aches with worry for your people, does it not? It is true that not all will be safe, even in a world under his rule.
Oh, Hannah's canon, yeah.
Those who do not repent breaking his teachings will suffer
typically do play
his
paladin
judgment.
characters.
But man has continuously chosen to walk a fool's path. When the unjust kill the just, and the righteous shed tears, can all truly be forgiven?
Yeah, I did play the true demon ending in Nocturne, so...
Now is when man must awaken and take the path of justice and order as he was meant to.
That one was kind of more like, you know, if you do everything, it's probably what you're going to end up on anyways.
In order for that to happen, you must become the Messiah and lead humanity.
Let's save the world!
Thank you. Your actions are noble, and your will is strong.
How do I become Messiah?
What is the source of his distress? Who corrupts man and lures him to self-destruction?
Have you ever seen Life of Brian? I'm pretty sure I have. I've seen most of the Monty Python stuff. First man lures him to self-destruction. It is man himself.
Your sagacity astounds me.
Sagacity.
Verily, that is the truth.
Forsooth.
It would be best if man could truly stand on his own and choose his own path. But humans are weak and easily led astray. We do not wish that much for mankind. Angels and demons have fought endlessly since ancient times to annihilate the other. Even if you lead mankind, the demons will try every way they can to corrupt humanity. However, you have the means to subdue them, yes?
Do we? Throne of Bell?
Correct.
Well, wait, hold on a second. What? We have to win the war for the Throne of Bel after all?
Damn it.
That would be the case. He will become the King of Bel and use the demon's power to protect and lead man.
Cancel. I want to feel Belberith.
Using the power of demons to lead mankind to God? That sounds so crazy.
No one was talking to you, yeah.
How do you know we can even win against those other Bell demons? We did everything we could, and we were barely able to keep our death clocks wound.
Be at ease. I will lend you my strength. Rest your bodies tonight and prepare for the morrow. We shall meet again then.
We summon Remiel.
Oh, Amani! Oh, she's gone.
Of course it has an anti-cheat engine. Or else people would be cheating like crazy.
Oh, everyone. Here's where you all are.
Hey, Mary.
Cress, no, wait. Miss Mari?
Is Himani 3 or 4 range? Or is she actually going to join us as a usable character?
I've been thinking about a lot of things since then.
What Miss Mari in our
I've gone
team?
around and heard about what you're all trying to do. I want to help you out. See? I have a comp too.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'll do my best for you.
Nice.
What that angel was saying sounds a lot like what Keisuke said. Is this the right way?
Grinding it out. Probably.
You've chosen this. No matter how it ends, I'll root for you.
Izuki loves this path.
I believed in you. And we've come this far. I regret nothing.
He is all about, like, justice. Sure. So we'll keep that one there. In case I decide at some point, like, hey, I want to play some other paths. Yes, I guess it's locked in now. We've got a picture of Amane. Of course I have my saves. Always have my saves.
Good morning. Today you will become the King of Bel, the King of Demons.
In fact, I can create a backup save. I can go into this and create an actual, like, save on my memory card instead of on the actual chip.
And use that power to lead mankind as the Messiah.
That's right.
I am glad to hear this. I will lead you all as his messenger. Fear not. His blessing will surely protect us from all misfortune. Now, let us go forth, that you might be the new world's Messiah.
In once.
Well, wait a second. Even if he really can become the Messiah, what about the final option? Aren't we all going to die at 1800?
Be not afraid. I am his messenger, here to prevent that.
You're sure? We really don't have to worry about it?
We are agents of order. We speak only the truth. We will neither lie nor deceive you.
Oh, okay. Then let's do it. So, where do we start?
To become the Messiah, it is vital that you gain authority over demons. In other words, you must win the war for the throne of Bel and ascend as Overlord.
Do I have to?
For you to lead mankind as the Messiah, you will need a foundation of power. Only by bringing the demons defying him to heel can you become the Messiah. To qualify as King of Bel, you must claim the power of the other Bel demons as your own.
Hooray.
That is to say, you must defeat those demons and absorb their power.
Isn't there a demon inside of you?
Defeat the other bells? But where are they?
Your first task is to defeat Jezebel, the demon of Bel within this girl Amane.
Hooray. What was you just doing? Alright.
Well, wait a second. You're an angel, aren't you? You're in her body, too. So, wouldn't it be fastest if you beat Jezebel yourself?
The reason I have revealed myself to you and speak to you now is because you were all chosen as representatives of mankind.
80,000.
I lend you my strength, for you attempt to withstand this ordeal by your own strength.
Evangelion.
In other words, we have to do this no matter what.
Our time is limited. Jezebel is already slowly dominating Amane's soul. I am keeping her in check for now, but I cannot manage it much longer. Soon, Jezebel will gain full control over this body, and Amane's soul will perish.
How do we defeat it?
You have begun to awaken as Abel, and you have a comp as well.
Where's Cain?
These things together with my assistance will make this possible.
Abel? Are you talking about him?
Abel is the name of a child blessed by him. I will explain further in time. When you are ready, return to this place. Go, prepare yourselves to battle Jezebel and return to Miyashita Park.
Time to go grind. Yes, they really lock down different places you can go now. Beat Jezebel, but she's hiding inside Mamani. That leaves here. Let's make sure we're as ready as we can possibly be. At least we don't have to worry about the time limit anymore. That's a relief. Alright, I guess we're gonna do some battles. Ice Propel. Really get one of these ring does. Let's do a regular free battle. Critical heal and cover moderate HP after dealing a critical hit. That's pretty useful, I guess. Current HP recovery, physical repel. Could be useful. Grab that. This is one or the other. So we just redo this. He's got all the effects. Might as well just grab physical repel. Only one person can use it. Oh yeah, we have Mary as well. So we've got to move a 4, 21 magic. So she's not as fast as Yuzu, but she's got the movement range. Or we could replace him. And physical. Physical. All physical will be really good with the anti-most. Really strong against anything. An amazing combination right here. Back again. There's some experience. Yeah, we need this in our team so we can get the force amp. Yeah, she's another character. I mean, I'm assuming you need to save her, because there's points where you need to actually save her life. And then, I don't know if she joins on any path, but right now I'm on the Amane path on day 7, so... But I imagine she probably joins you on most paths, assuming you saved her. Hey, Super Grand Treatment. How goes it? Joins on a lot of paths, and there you go. Except for Yuzu. Alright. Petrify. There, Agadine. Zeodine. Backdrifter. Brick Ringda. Good. Physical repel. Need one more vitality. And we can equip this. I won't be able to learn languages. It's too much. Zerkers are gonna be nasty. Ow. Ow. Endurance. Oh, that's not Hate. No berserk for me. Surprised nobody died there, and that was incredibly close. "24, young punk." Finish him off. course, I have the shield all. Just to be annoying. I did 82 damage in case K goes dies. He's older than you. Yeah, I got 11 endure. No, I literally did. He had 83 health. I did 82 damage. He didn't endure. I literally just did 1 damage less than he had health. So I didn't kick off endure. Extra annoying. I hate the shield all, man. We almost have to release a Pac-Man. I should be able to get that physical reflect thing. Five his ass. That'll never kill. Let's try to silence these guys. It's not gonna work because they're gonna shield all. But I do go first, so haha, no shield all for you. Suckers. Yeah, how do you get an extra turn when I hit him? He's strong against physical attacks, that's why. Does he have Pierce? No, he does not have Pierce. Stop it. Stop healing them. Stop it, game. At least the middle one is still muted. I don't think these side ones will use shield all. Maybe they do. Yeah, they do. Never mind then. Just to be extra annoying. Killed one. No mana for you. Survive with 1 health. Sounds like a metal band. Sounds like the best metal band. Alright, what do I want? Not Zeodyne, it's kind of crap. I'm going to be transferring her to our next healer, so something that'll that might be good to give to her healer. Oh no, I think she only has room for one thing. Definitely be Drain and transfer. Yeah, I'll choose some new fast forward games after this game. Holy Dance, maybe. Doesn't seem to really do much damage, I've seen. So I guess nothing is weak to Holy. But nothing's strong against Holy either, so it's like... I don't know. Put in Zeodyne anyways. Some XP on my Arvada. All force. All right, got everything we need for the next healer. Oh yeah, that's one thing I bought a while back was a long charging cable. So when I decide to watch before going to bed there, I can have it plugged in and not have to like be like right next to the bed table. All right, save. I want to make one of these with physical reflect and like no curse. Right now we need a healer, so the high-end healer. So give her drain. Really need drain though. I mean, drain is nice because it. I mean, so does. I was gonna say drain goes through any sort of shield, but so does this. But at least drain will give me back some health and stuff. Some life surge and null force. Fortunately, she's not strong against anything, but at least she doesn't have any weaknesses. The goddess Leximi, should you wish it, the finest healing shall be yours. Cerberus. Katoba. Spriggan. Dual Shadow. This thing's pretty much a blank slate for a fairy. Like, just make it the way you want it. It's good if you want. I mean, it's got pretty good magic, actually. Cerberus has pretty good strength. Astaroth. This one's pretty nice, too. Comes with Deathbound. Pretty shitty vitality, so it's another blast cannon. Physical blast cannon. Is there a higher end Wilder? Okay, Catel will probably be your next Wilder. So yeah, that'll be kind of handy. The Devil Speed. This thing here dies way too fast at this point. I can make another Mothman, but might as well wait till we can make this guy. Or be a while. It also has to reflect for curse, which is nice. Yeah, it's this Hecate, the anti-most, would be really nice to throw into whatever we wanted to throw into. Like this one here with anti-most would be really strong. Just then I'd have to lose my Kudlak as well. No deal. Alright, throw a healer in this team. I guess I kind of took away two of the dudes I was using. This guy's a little too low at this point. Level 39 just dies way too fucking easily. I think with Bridget, she just dies super fast. It's really hard leveling up these guys. Like, you cannot really get them up too much higher than the level that they're at. Confusions can I make with these guys here, these low level things we have. None of these would be upgrades, all these would be downgrades. No surprise, if you're throwing level Climbus would be the one you could potentially... I mean, I could turn this thing to a... if I really wanted to, I can turn this into a Mothman. That'd be a major downgrade to this guy's Legion. This might be a good idea. Mothman with Shield All. Transfer that over. There we have the Devil Speed and Shield All. It comes with it'll come with Endure at some point. And life bonus. Comes with Mizan. Oh god, yeah. For Stick of Truth. What's so bad about it for completionists, assuming it's not, you know, spoilers. I can grab another Vivian if I wanted to. Light Jummer. No, it's never fun. I hate games with those. Evil Wave. I'm a big fan of Evil Waves. This thing's super annoying to fight. Maybe I should make one. 46. Might be good just to get some of these, just because they're, you know, higher level, so they can take more of a beating, I guess. Physical Reflect could be good. Just go, yeah, you know, just grab one of these. So expensive. Physical reflect. No, nothing's ever going to use physical on me. Guaranteed. Just to be extra annoying. Alright, let's do a hard battle. Whole bunch of physical reflectors just to be annoying. Oh well. Lots of stuff to take here. Mirror Agadine, Critical Heal, Mezzandine, Nullfire, Physical Drain. Pretty good. Agariz. Yeah, but every single enemy from here on out has like physical reflect, just to be extra annoying. Yeah, I got a should be able to switch. There was an ability I wanted to switch to, and I forget what. Dual Shadow. Physical repel. There we go. Strong against everything, we can reflect physical. Boom! Good old ads. Gotta love them. Serbia, Moldova. Well, makes sense, right? You'd have a whoever's serving ads has to be wants to be serving ads to people who would be able to get their product. Dual Shadow. Right. Oops. Let's go. One step away. You guys would have been like walking up to me and nuking me from range anyways. you just hit me with? Oh, that's the critical heal thing. One down. I've been cursed. You cannot recover HP or MP. Recovers over time or by cure. So, like 50 hours into the game, we get a new status effect that we've never had before. %. It's way too much effect. Alright, so Tsuro is going for this one here. This one's free to kill. Most of these physical reflectors, though, and Tsuro is really strong with physical attacks, so it's gonna be kind of annoying. And using Bufu. Ow. I think of playing an MMO? No. I would definitely not do MMOs. How do you complete a game that isn't completable? You know what I mean? So we gotta leave alive for Mary. And kill everything but the try to petrify them. Good disease, Yak. How's it going? Reflects. We get reflect physicals. We get reflect fire. That portrait. What's happening there? Ow. Ow. These range attackers. Freaking annoying. Crap. Fucking double. That shadow thing just injected me a new one there. Instantly shadowed myself to death. It was nice when it works, but when it kind of screws you over like that, very bad. This one we need to kill. Physical Dream. It's not gonna be easy because petrification though. Damn it. Fight the boss, but Max Me is going to be really hard to keep alive, isn't it? Good chance that Sarah can die here. Fit Rough. Dustin, thank you so much for the 40 months of awesome support. Welcome to me just about to die. Unless Bridget can get the heal off in time. Nope. Never mind. This is going well. Oh, Zero's dead, so... Strong. Okay, nothing reflects physical. It's gonna be harder and harder now with all these enemies that reflect physical and reflect different elements and stuff. It's really hard to do AoEs without getting absolutely wrecked. Next stream will probably be on Saturday, very likely. Yeah, so this Saturday. This physical reflect is actually kind of handy. Really? Ukano Mitama thing is fucking annoying. Oh, probably. That's just like when I chose what's her face in Unlimited Saga. Someone mentioned it was one of the harder ones. Of course it was. It's just my luck. And this is an optional battle, by the way. This is just like a this is just for extra experience and stuff. This is not something I had to do. In my face, which is bad. Muted him. Of course he fucking endured. Everybody has fucking endured in this game. Yeah, they have the enemies with the most annoying combinations ever. Can force damage. Yeah, sure. Revive his ass. Pierce. God damn it. Hate you, game. from being all N64 games? Well, because, I mean, watching somebody playing RPGs is obviously first of all, very long streams. Second of all, games that, you know, are very chill and not as high impact as stuff like N64 games and stuff. So RPGs tend to be a lot slower paced. Definitely way more of a chill-paced game than anything. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like watching a train wreck, right? There's a lot of bad games. RPGs. I mean, there's definitely some bad RPGs, but in general, there's more good RPGs than bad ones. But whenever I play like games that are less common, I definitely get more viewers. Like right now, I've got a pretty decent number of viewers. It's about average what I get, but it's definitely more of a slower paced thing. Alright, this thing's... Let's kill this bastard. Rain. No more mana for you. Sir was slower than everybody else, so... God damn it. I guess you had to do that stupid... Every time I get the shadow thing going off when I don't want it to go off. Like, oh yeah, let's do a shadow hit on somebody that reflects physical after I use the physical attack on another enemy. Yeah, there's a good idea. Thanks, game. Was mana away. Ow. Ow. This Deathbound is nasty. Let me kill this Agares, dude. Wait, lands by himself. Whoops. Not so much for absorbing physical. I can do this one again, obviously. Yeah, Laxmi is just way too weak. Or, I mean, that's a healer, would expect, right? Double healer team, go! to get that Nightmare Agadine. Just try to... Heck, Mary. Ah. Got this at 0. He does not have this. I know why I did that. I have the auto revive. And he's dead again. So we cracked the Mirror Agadine. Of course it is. Man, I hate these Rangdas. Like, land just cannot do anything against them. Horrible. You bring some Ragna attacks. Like maybe like a Zeodyne or something. One-shot at Ishtar. Bring back Cream Frost. This one's gonna be hard to kill, isn't it? Like, last dude, and we can't even finish him off by himself. God, this ring does. Tough ass battle. Give me a couple levels though. Alright. Let me summon now. And summon Astaroth. Again, Berry Glass Cannon. This thing here was super freaking annoying. But of course I had the Force, the the force boost thing. So Astaroth can replace Odin. Which, to be fair, Odin doesn't really have magic, even though he's a pretty strong magic dude. He does not have an actual magic attack. I want to use Kudlak though. Damn it. I don't want to use any of these. Curiosity, will this make really high strength and really decent magic, actually. I use both of these. Ringda is one I just like picked up by myself. I'd want to level up the physical repel first, though. Abaddon I can get one for cheap. Actually, anti-most would be really nice on the Abaddon. The Abaddon's anti-most with the physical repel. It would give us a Astaroth would be strong against like practically everything. It's a Tyrant as well. Like, Odin's definitely weak at this point, level 43. I'm trying to make it out high, maybe. I definitely like this combo here. The Abaddon, Rangda. But of course I need to get Rangda to physical repel level, which would be 52. Oh man, got a ways to go for that. I don't think we can get Abaddon in this either, so I have to like create an Abaddon ourselves. What we need for Abaddon? I'm using this combo. This Fuge at this point is not useful anymore, so I wouldn't mind using this Fuge, but I wouldn't want to use my Odin. King Frost with... It's like, oh, King Frost is fine, but yeah. I guess if I get Decabra, Decarbia. Is this one available in the... I think that one might be available in the auction. I have not, no. Is that one decent? Do I have 10,000? Man. So low on money. I don't want to have to grind money. Money is rough in this game. It's so hard to get money. Really don't give you a lot of it. So, Decabra and Lucifuge. So we'll make this guy. Who then can combine with... Was that king combined with? Yeah, Ragnar. So we're going to be transferring anti-most and physical repel. So in terms of special attacks, let's see. Who dies not really any good. For the she have the Gemma, yeah. Neither of them have really good physical attacks. A brutal hit. Yeah, we'll transfer brutal hit for sure. Be nice if we could transfer like something like mow down or something. Although at this point I don't know if AoEs are the best idea. I think everything seems to have some sort of reflection to like your special effects. Kind of annoying. And shield all is handy. Gets it at next level, so only you have to level them up once. Patreon? No. I do this basically as a hobby. I mean, this is definitely not any sort of income for me in any way. I've got my like 40-hour a week job. This is just like the side gig. It's just this is like the relaxation after work. Definitely don't rely on this for any sort of income. I definitely appreciate anybody who like subs and stuff like that. Like any money that comes in basically goes back into the stream some way or another. But yeah. Alright, let's do another herd battle. I hate these ones. Okay, so we need to level up. To level up this guy once to get shield all. This one... Bridget's kind of weak at this point. Which is the lower tier of this one. I'm using Lucifuge. Get out of my party. So many skills to get physical drain again. Everybody do try to get physical drain. Because really, it's the only one here that's really worth getting. Multiplier would actually be kind of handy too. Those two can go. For the two that be the weakest against physical attacks, try to get physical drain. Let's switch that around. The ones that are more likely to be able to get physical drain against physical drain. Dispatch. Then we come to us. Alright, 0 to crack down on that one. Double attack. Miss, really? Really, game? Ugh. This game, man, it does everything it can to piss you off. Like, no matter what, it just... This game hates you. Simple as that. It's going to reflect. It's really nice when you get a triple mute. Oh, it's definitely some income, but I mean, I'm not doing this for the money by any stretch. Like, I'm definitely not doing this for, like, you know, to try to... Like, I'm not doing this for a living. I mean, there's definitely some streamers that do this for a living. I would go nuts just doing this, like, as my main thing. Streaming is definitely not profitable unless you're like a massive streamer. Yeah, I probably would. I would definitely find another platform for it. I mean, and YouTube is where I put most of my older VODs as it is. Forgot about Endure. Yeah, definitely get some money. Hey, Newgard, how's it going? It's not like a massive amount of money, but I'm definitely getting some money. Like, which again, I kind of throw right back into the stream, right? Capture cards and stuff like that. Keep getting new games for the collection. You're paying me by watching. That's all you need to do. Just watch and enjoy the content. Oh, they're back to full health. Freaking healers. And of course they can still attack because they got range. And Ragna's dead. Of course it is. This game, man. What are you trying to hit me with that's reflecting? I don't know what that's hitting them with. Ice repel, but... What does she have? Probably... Okay, it's curse of some kind. She's trying to hit me with some sort of curse thing. Or maybe the critical heal is probably what it is. Level up. More vitality, more strength. Good leg strength. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Need to kill the boss here to get the nullifier. Okay, nothing reflects, thankfully. This land doesn't have Pierce, so... Slow down. Ow! Fucking hell. Thing's like one-shotting me now, it's so annoying. Of course. I mean, these are hard enemies, right? So those were good games that Len hates. I don't hate this. It's just, man, this game is so brutal sometimes in terms of like just hitting you, like one-shotting you in the worst. This one flags. Everybody's already silenced. You hit Berserks, then it'll reflect me in the face. Can't win. And of course, Odin's dead now. Of course he is. They always attack the same dude. But this team. So it's back to full health again. Ow! Vote for Dragon Quarter? Yes, you did. Darkspire. I don't know, I'm kind of curious about Darkspire. Dragon Quarter is like I expected. As bad as I expected it to be. Dines, man. Okay, well the ones I need to level up is this one for sure. Need to work on this one. Try to work on this one. Try to get this physical drain. Fucking shield ball. This will only be able to cast that once. Oh. Don't rip my team. Kill this bastard. We got the nullifier. Assuming we don't like die completely in this match. Get the shadow thing, but the second one misses. Oh, I was lucky. Got 2 shadows in a row, 25% chances. It's gonna do Drain, but Kudlak would have gone first and then killed this thing, and then I would have hit this thing reflected back in my face. Would have been bad. Of course, the shadow thing might still go off. It didn't. He was gonna go for land. Bet you. Shimi. Why is everything faster than us too? That's another thing that's I've noticed a lot. Like, everything is just faster than us. I want to try to get that physical drain here. I keep forgetting I have that regeneration thing. Just got healed all. Yeah, at least the middle dude can't use a deathbound attack anymore, and the other dude can't use shield ball anymore. Can't attack. Can't wait to hate it. Any more healers I can revive? Ishtar. Kill that collaborate thing so it doesn't keep sniping me from range. Ow. Exact damage just to kill him. And now it's going to heal back to full. Of course it will. Right for the win. I'm just about to die again anyways. And Mary's dead. Of course she is. Fucking hell. This guy's healing himself now. Fuck. Why? It's ridiculous. Why do I keep trying to revive that? I keep forgetting that it gets auto-revived. I'm just wasting some magic. I need to get that physical drain bastard. One more hit. Come on. 5 health. And of course Akate dies. Alright, got crack physical drain. Now we have to survive the rest of the battle, which is not looking very good. to being able to replace a game that no one would vote for. Oh, that's the thing, though. Sometimes you get a surprise, like that. That was the name of that game there. Battle Chasers Night War. I mean, that was one of those games that I didn't expect to get any voting last time, and until there was a heavy support for this game, that one was actually winning for a while. Fucking hell, that attack. That is so brutal. Well, now it can't heal itself anymore, and it can't use Deathbound anymore, so it's still hit for really, really hard. Oh. I mean, those pints have definitely made a difference at some, for certain ones. 1,000 points. Never. RPG quest like a day earlier. Can't walk in the path. Of course, he can heal. And hit me with range attacks. At least they're wasting their turn by using that. And their mana, for that matter. Pretty good. Didn't attack Mary. Attack the one person who has a chance and kill this guy. Berserk. Yeah. Yeah, looks like we might actually survive this. This is brutal, man. No. That's right, I can't heal my dudes. Because nobody's healing now. No healing for me. Get some experience into Cabra here. Get shield ball, which I needed. The main reason I came here is to get the shield ball. The game was not giving it to me easily. Lane's the healer mule right now. Why is this thing not acting at all? Kind of strange, it's just standing there and doing nothing. Oh, he can't attack. He can't attack. Yeah, maybe this wasn't the best team to try to attack this thing. That was a really fucking close fight, gotta say. Considering. Alright. We got the shield all that we wanted. And we also got that physical reflect thing, which is kind of nice. Who's gonna get that? Or physical absorb, I should say. Who can use that? The physical drain, yeah. It's probably the only one who can use that. So use that? He can. There we go. It's physical drain. I think it's physical reflect. Censor from pressing Patreon? Of the Lands Only fans. Got some saucy Vita RPGs on that. Yeah, it reflects it. So if you get hit with any sort of physical attack, you don't take the damage, but the enemy does, assuming they don't have either absorption or like drain or nullification. So basically, you're immune to physical attacks. And drain, of course, heals you. It's even better. Although, yeah, I guess if I had to choose between Drain or Reflect, Reflect would probably be a better option, because it's not too many enemies that have protection against physical. At least not protection, but at least immunity to physical, except for that really annoying one that we were just running to like 1,000 copies of. Yeah, that's true too, yeah. Yeah, because Pierce can go through nullification, so... Right, let's do a story one.
You have returned. You are prepared for battle then?
Guess so.
I will send each of your minds into Amane. But first,
Kinky.
I will keep my promise to you.
Let's put Abel.
Indeed. I will tell you now of Abel, his beloved child. You are his child, yet you are also capable of becoming Overlord.
I'm special?
You are both special and not. I shall explain why.
We need to, like, reflect everything. We need to reflect most, and then reflect physical, and we'd be immune to everything.
There once were two brothers. The elder's name was Cain, and the younger's was Abel.
Apparently I'm able.
These brothers were at the center of the first tragedy in human history.
What kind of tragedy?
I will explain. Abel, a child of God, was also a child of sorrow.
Great. Or an emo child.
He was the first human killed by his fellow man, Cain, his own brother.
What? So that's Abel.
For the sin he committed, Cain was condemned to eternally repeat a life of solitude. And as for Abel, who was killed before awakening as his child, his essence has been inherited by many. Do you understand thus far?
No. One Cain, but many Abels.
That is correct. Abel's essence has faded over time, yet it still exists within many humans. Many in this world possess Abel's essence. You are one of them. It is not rare.
What?
But
I'm not
you
special.
defeated two bells, and thus has Abel's dormant power begun to awaken.
Yeah, I know, right?
Though you are his child, you are now the sole human capable of becoming the King of Bel.
Probably some sort of peach that's involved or something. Maybe a stork or two. Is that what I was chosen?
It is. Only you can lead mankind to its true calling in your capacity as his agent.
Belial called him Belle of the human world, so that's what that meant.
I want to be Belle of the Ball.
But I have digressed long enough. Let us begin. Defeat Jezebel, who lurks in Amane's
Wincest.
mind, and free this girl's soul.
How do we do that?
With Abel's dormant power and the comp to control the flow of thoughts, you may enter Amane's soul to engage Jezebel. Do not allow demons to cloud your heart. Keep a firm grasp on yourself, and it will be no different from the real world. Amane's soul is already in the process of being dominated by Jezebel. It is possible that her soul may oppose you. Please be very careful.
We snap her out of it.
Correct. You must awaken Amane's consciousness. If that is done, she will undoubtedly lend you her strength in battle.
Amane's consciousness? Okay, got it.
If
Thank you,
your
Dory.
souls fall to evil, you will never again be able to return to this world. I will help as well, but you must be extremely vigilant. Now go. May his divine protection be with you.
Let's go see this Jezebel. Ooh, fancy. Cartesian garden.
Is this the inside of Amane's soul?
Wow! A field of flowers! Oh, look how pretty it is! Is this really inside someone's soul?
We want to see inside of Midori's soul. It's probably full of puppies and kittens.
I can move, and things here feel solid, too. Huh. It's not as different from reality as I had thought.
But I'm not looking at your and his actual bodies, right?
I think so, yeah.
Hey, it's just our souls here, right? If we lose to Jezebel and our souls don't return, what happens to our bodies?
Soulless. These zombies.
Well, let's put our best effort into this and return to the real world. Huh? Wait, isn't that Amane over there?
Look! It's Amane!
Amane!
Yep.
Is she all right? Maybe she can't hear me.
Too many choices. We're like, let's go check out Amani. Who goes there?
That voice, where's it coming from?
Wait, why was the voice not voiced? Who dares track mud through another soul?
Something doesn't seem right with Amane.
I guess most demons don't get voices. Oh, got
What's
stunned.
going on? Where are we?
Yikes. They're so rude, aren't they, Imani? Definitely a guts monster.
So that's Jezebel. Hang in there. We're coming to save you.
Ugly bastard. Save her. No one here needs any saving. See how you trouble Imani. You should all die for this.
Huh. We're getting through to Babel no matter what.
Oh, we definitely want fire protection. Judgment. Have low HP all. Shin Haru endings and when it doesn't have an 8th day number clocks. Oh yeah. You get any 8th day content until your new game plus. Oh, that's annoying. Guess no 8th day for us. Alright, so we definitely want some fire protection here. This is my good anti-fire party here. Here's null fire. Did I get rid of all my anti-fire dudes? Yeah. Some anti-fire on him. Alright, so anti-fire team here. A really weak Mothman, but got to make the thing I was going to make with the Cabra. Oh well. Never stop Empress. Never. Anyway, Trooper Sword stream.
Come on, Amane! Don't give in to a demon like this! It's your soul!
You know, my roots are planted firmly inside of Amani's soul. What's the... I didn't notice the victory here. Imani dies. Just thought to save her ass. I don't know if the lava's gonna hurt when you go into it. Yep, gotta love those starfish. Just... Of course. I'm not winning. Not at all. Alright, so standing in will hurt you. Luckily, they were all immune to fire, so they were fine, but anybody else standing there is probably gonna have a bad time. Yeah, it's gonna be annoying. Stupid judgment thing.
Hey,
we got a time
Amane is
limit.
taking damage! If we don't do something, she'll die!
Continue your attacks. You must not hesitate.
Is that Remiel's voice?
As Jezebel is wounded, Amane's consciousness will eventually return. But be cautious. You must not destroy Amane's soul. Mind Amane's soul as you assail Jezebel.
So throw a healer her way just to be safe. I don't want to go inside this fire, but you're gonna have to at some point. Shield on. Not ready to revive yet. Yep, being the keyword. No reflects. We get like 2 hits in. 2. Just killed 1 Vivian. Crap. Boss is gonna have pretty high range, isn't it? Ow. Fuck. Well, this is going well. Jesus. Yeah, this boss we're gonna have to do a lot of fucking grinding to even have a chance, I think. It's gonna be absolutely brutal. Yes. I love when I get the mute on everything. It's the best. Yeah, I definitely have to go grind a whole bunch. I don't think I have a choice. Especially since it's using Almighty, which we have no way of protecting against, so... Hey! Thanks for the cheer. Of course, goes for land. Of course he does. Yeah. Well, at least next week I'll be on vacation, so we get to see more. Yep, the entire week. Well, it won't be every day. I'll definitely be taking some breaks there, but... It's faster to keep alive. I hope these guys don't respawn. It's bad enough we have to... Mothman is so slow, too. He doesn't get shield off before it's too late. Rip Mothman. At least it doesn't seem to be immune to physical, which is good. Miss. Mothman, the only thing that's actually died so far. I'm super surprised. Oops. What am I meant to do? At least now I know if I stand on the edge, this also counts as... I keep hitting me with that. And we're doing damage, so... You know, at least she's not healing. Keep her alive and... Shit. The range is insane on that, on the attacking. Fucking hell. Take 5 whole damage. Lock. Now we're all dead because fucking like super fire attacks here. This is like impossible unless everybody has anti-fire. Ridiculous. Just gonna die of fire. Rip Mothman. Basically seems to try to cast fire spells twice per fight, so that's about the only thing that's saving my ass here. Instead of just constantly using like Judgment and Holy Dance and shit like that that does massive damage. Stay out of the fire. And fire damage. At least, like, so far this seems to be easier than the last one. Except for, like, the really nasty damage, but... some unlucky damage here, but... What's gonna happen now?
Everyone.
So we got our soul freed.
What? Jezebel? What's going on?
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, there was a banned fire thing that I didn't catch at one point, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping I'd see it again, but nope. That would have helped a bit. But even then, the boss uses 2 fire attacks per turn, so you definitely need, like, fire nullification or reflect. What you've done? She's reclaiming her. So be it. I'll draw in her soul again. Oh, there's the sexy Amani.
Jezebel had... You all saved me. I can't allow myself to be bound anymore. Jezebel, I won't be controlled by you. This is my soul.
Are you all right? You look exhausted.
I feel faint. She took more of my power than I imagined.
If you escape, Master Belbreth will be angry if I let you do that. Come back to me. I'll possess you again. Great, now we gotta fight a whole
Be
bunch
wary. Amane's soul grows weaker every moment.
of... She moved away. How can I heal her
The
now?
next time she's possessed will be her last. She will not have the power to resist.
So that keep the fake Amanis away from Amani?
What do you mean by that?
If Amane's soul is possessed again, she will belong forever to Jezebel. Your souls too will be trapped where you stand. Protect Amane.
Breathe. She's able to heal herself and run away. Mind Amani. All Might. their ass. Somehow. Yeah. For once. I'm assuming we're safe walking on this ship now. It's not fire. KSK is kind of in a bad shape right now. Rip my healers. And he gets an extra turn, so Land's dead now, for sure. It's going very slowly. Hitting a super boss here. Wrecking me a new one. The thing with the reflect and blocking and stuff is it prevents the extra turn from the boss, which is nice. Nice and kind of important. Only one turn away from defeating it. Oh, nice. So it's like, I hope I get the revive off before it takes damage. He did. And News Fuge is down. You just run away. Mary's probably... Oh, actually, Mary's right beside it, so... actually do get to fight back. Guess I'll die in like one hit probably, but... the boss gets like all their turns in one go, which is kind of unfair. Maybe I shouldn't have used the Berserk. A little bit helps, I guess. So close. Alright, here we go. Final blow. Get wrecked. Oh. Judgment. Let's give him... He's got strength. Let's get rid of Mabufu and give him like a death bound, I guess. That would be pretty good. Really? I mean, I saw it was gonna be, or I assumed it was gonna be fire, so of course I made a super fire team, and man, that thing definitely saved my ass. If it wasn't for the fire. Luckily, it was almost dead by the time second term or the second phase came. This can't be. So you're indeed a Bell after all. But even if you take my power, Master Belbreth is ever the king of Bell. In before the third phase, then felt the power of Jezebel come rest inside of him. But we didn't see sexy Amane more than like one. We saw her like really quickly. Never saw her again. Yeah, I imagine it's probably an instant game over if they reach Amane. Or maybe they just try to kill her or whatever.
Thank you very much. You've saved me. If I'd stayed like that, my soul would have been utterly consumed by Jezebel. Now, I will lend you my assistance. Return to the real world. It seems we've all returned safely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Phew. It didn't really feel like the inside of a soul, but I'm glad to have my body back.
All right, Amane. I mean, Remiel. What next?
You cannot tell, Atsuro? This is Amane. Remiel's role must have ended when you defeated Jezebel. He's no longer inside me.
She has room inside of her now for somebody else?
What? But he... Well, great. Now we have no idea what to do next.
Don't worry, I'll come with you. Remiel's voice still reaches me.
Another party member? That'll be helpful.
Yes, I'll help in whatever way I can.
He's just like dumping party members on you left, right, and center now, aren't they?
Wait a second. Aren't you the Shomonkai's maiden? Don't you guys worship Belbereth?
That's right. My father Kazuryu and the Shomonkai worship Belbereth, the raging god.
Raging god.
By heeding Remiel's words and assisting you, I will be going against their teachings.
Dare use it.
But in speaking with Remiel, I have come to know God's love and kindness. The Shomonkai's aim is for men to unite and overcome God's ordeal. It could be done in accordance with God's wishes by bringing order to this world. In watching your actions during the lockdown, I have begun to doubt my beliefs. Is using demonic power and causing suffering the right way to overcome God's ordeal?
Yes, it is. We made a decision.
Yes, I will follow my heart, though it may lead to a schism with my father.
You're that determined. I really hope we don't have to put you through it.
Thank you, Yuzu. Your consideration is touching. Now, I'd like to share with you what Remiel has said to me. Is that all right?
More lore dump.
Yeah, please. Your ultimate objective is the King's Gate, Babel.
Babel.
You will become the King of Bel upon reaching Babel and overcoming the final trial.
As long as we don't have to climb the Tower of Babel. That thing was a bitch to climb in, Catherine.
By taking Babel's power, the King of Bel can lead mankind to peace as God's messenger.
Another bell?
An immense power was lost from the original Bel when God felled it. That became Babel. According to Remiel, it will bestow tremendous strength upon the one it submits to. Thus, the final objective in the War of Bel is to gain the vast power within Babel. And the summoning server you all seek? It is none other than Babel itself.
Well, Yakuza's on PS5, 0 to PC because it's only €5. Good deal.
Well, wait a sec. That's the server controlling the demon summoning program?
It has been 9 o'clock in the last 4 hours. It had been a bunch of grinding, and then, of course, that boss battle. Good that you can, like, grind in this for, like, forever, and not advance time.
Indeed, that is the case. Babel currently sleeps within the server, awaiting the true king of Bel. Only one worthy of becoming the king can awaken and summon it.
Where is the server?
Belbereth has transferred the summoning server to the demon world.
Of course it is.
Officially, this was a move to increase the summoning program's efficiency. But Belbereth's true objective seems to have been otherwise.
Does look better on PC? Well, it depends if it's just a straight port or if they added anything.
He used the server as a medium through which to manifest Babel.
I don't know if Yakuza 0 had, like, PS4 Pro stuff.
A medium? But why the server?
Babel is in the demon world, but having no corporeal form, it cannot be seen or touched. Belbereth contrived a way to give Babel a physical body in order to challenge it. The server harnesses the flow of thoughts. Its user can bend it to his or her will. And Babel, a mass of sentient energy, is very close in nature to human thoughts. Belbereth likely decided that the server would be ideal to interface with Babel.
This can't look works. Depends on the resolution you run it at. Put it on, like, minimum resolution and everything. And Belbereth has Babel.
That seems to be the case. Belbereth no doubt transferred the server in order to keep it close by.
That's really bad. If Babel accepts Belbereth, he'll become king, right?
True enough. But he must not have had the qualifications to be king when he manifested Babel. Babel failed to respond to his challenge, and Belbereth was unable to become king.
So many bees.
To be deemed qualified, he began fighting other demons of Bel and absorbing their power.
Man, so that's what the War for the Throne of Bel is really about.
Since the war is ongoing, Belbereth must still lack the proper qualifications.
Sorry, 2,600 RPGs. Exactly.
But he has already absorbed many Bels and taken their power. If Babel responds to him, he will undergo the final trial to become the King of Bel. We must return the server that was fused with Babel to the human world at once. But to do that, we must first create a connection between the demon world and our own.
Oh, we have no idea how to do that. How do we do that?
The two worlds are separated by a wall of power.
We gotta go destroy that wall.
The creators of that wall are the fierce gods known as the Four Devas.
Great, we have to go fight 4 Devas.
The 4 Devas? So those guys are protecting Tokyo from the demon world?
There's a reason the demon summoning program can work without complex rituals. We in the Shomonkai weakened the barrier between the human world and the demon world. used Jezebel's power to defeat one of the Devas,
Hooray, there's only 3 of them.
thereby destabilizing Tokyo's spiritual condition.
You're talking about Jikoku and Asakusa.
Yes. At the time, I thought my father's teachings were the only way to save this world. If only I had been able to hear Remiel's words much earlier.
Damn it, Amani.
So that was why you beat Jikoku.
There are 3 Devas left, preventing the demons from encroaching on our world.
Exactly right.
While they remain standing, we will find ourselves unable to summon forth the server. Our task is to defeat them and create an aperture in the wall.
Sounds like fun.
What? Are you saying we have to defeat the Devas? But that would be incredibly dangerous.
I just realized on top it says last day. It doesn't say like 7th day. Definitely last day.
Remiel seems to think so. My own
We'll be
opinion
doing
is
that
unchanged.
tonight. Considering we'd have to defeat these 3 Devas and then eventually Velberith and stuff like that, and probably a whole bunch of grinding in the middle to try to get some levels and some new dudes, because our dudes are just dying left, right, and center at this point.
Also, the spread of the comps has led to vast numbers of demons in the city, completely destroying the spiritual balance between the worlds. In a matter of days, this imbalance will cause the 2 worlds to collide. This seems to be one reason the angels are watching the lockdown so intently.
Then we have no choice.
That is correct. Let us head first to Eikokuji. One of the Devas seems to be there.
Is Bible 1, 2, and 3 coming to PC? Nice. What about other consoles?
Eikokuji, that's in Ikebukuro.
The Devas have protected Tokyo for a very long time. Approach them with caution. I lend you what little strength I can.
Oh, and he joins your party. Hooray! Another new character. I'm assuming she's gonna be like pretty high magic. Yeah, 28 magic. Jeez. Absolutely blows anybody else out of the water from magic. Big Keisuke. Save. What would I want to save? Judgment. Still don't have the anti-fire. Not that anti-fire would be that good, it's only 50% reduction. We do have null fire, we do have null or reflect fire. Not that we'll need it right now. It is. She stuck her head out of the window and a pigeon ran into it when she was a child. They couldn't surgically remove it, so... I want to throw onto her. Anti-curse. Battle aura at this point isn't super useful considering everything's taking more than 50 damage. Right, this thing we can, like, combine now. Though I want the physical repel. These aren't the ones. Ariok, Norn, Prayer. Ooh, Prayer is always nice. Starfall HP and cure all ailments. Always a nice one, but yeah. So I can make this one with the Kresnik. Make Odin and I was going to do this Rangda and Abaddon, so I was going to do. I need to make the Abaddon that thing I just picked up. Yeah, there we go. So this Fuge de Cabra. Keep the shield all and anti-physical. I'm gonna level this up till it gets anti-most. What's her movement range? 3. Ugh. Really nice stats, though. It's kind of hard to give up, even though she has that shitty movement range. What I can do is throw Mothman in there. Won't stream until next Saturday, most likely. Because I'm working late shifts this week. So by the time I get home, it's like, eh. It's gonna be like 7 or 8 o'clock. It's like, nah, I'm not gonna stream that late. Yep, YouTube vid should still keep pumping up. Stream, never. After work is usually when I do all my other stuff. The days off, I basically stream all day, but after work I do everything else I need to do. But it's rare I stream on days I work. For the views. Never. Alright, before we call it a night though, let's do a free battle. Some experience. A more skills to crack. Ice Repel, sure. And get the Gigajima. Let's not have Gigajima on the dude who has, like, Reflect. Never. Right, let's get some XP. Or die trying. Most likely die. Still need to get Midia Haran and Summer Rekharm. Unless her face. What level does she get those? 50... 52. So we can get a heal. Shitty ash range. That's why I gave her the, She doesn't move 2, she moves like... She moves 2, she doesn't move 3. Why is she only moving 2? Fair. Literally says move 3 there. She's even worse than, because of the hair. The hair is creating too much drag. That's right, I got this chaos. I keep getting with the chaos dude is the reason I add like 2. This -1 move. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those front mission re-releases they're coming out with soon. That'll be exciting. Isn't the first one supposed to be coming out pretty soon, actually? Like really soon, sometime this year. Her using that holy dance actually does massive damage. Like that. Because of her super high magic. I hope they get physical releases. I mean, they probably will. And they almost always give them physical releases in Japan and like Asia. And they have the English language track as an option, so almost guaranteed we'll get an English version some way or other. Rip Abaddon. Nope. Not going well. I probably will at some point. Matter of time. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we see a physical release outside of Asia. It's almost guaranteed you'll get a physical release in Asia with like the English language track as an option, but you won't see it outside of Asia. It's like most Square Enix releases, it seems. Wishful thinking, but knowing Square, very unlikely. God damn it. Yeah, there's a lot of good games coming up this year. Pierce. Ow. Every time I want to every time I want to use Berserk, it's like, yeah, we're just gonna, like, hit you for almost all of your health. Enjoy. Piss me off. And of course, Odin dies again. What else is new? Fishy just means cash grab. Yeah. Yep, it's the grinding area. Rip Mikazushi. So can't use shield all anymore. Who cares? Thanks to the raid. Welcome to the last battle for Call of Night. Almost heading out, but thanks to the raid. What are you playing today? Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Nice. How are those PS4 Digimons? Better than the PS1 ones? Those ones were nasty. Or Mikazuchi. Never have a chance. Heal now. Points into strength. That's the halfway mark for all of them. Oh, yeah. It would be nice to get a physical release of the Pixel remasters, but I'd be surprised. Didn't die this time. Let's go for her. Of course, triple hit. So we killed one dude. Really need to get rid of this mighty hit and give them something that's good against anti-physical attackers. This team is extremely bad against anything that's not physical. Extremely bad. Revive this guy just for him to die again. Or Mikazuchi. Finish Overclocked one day. Good way to stream it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Definitely know. Alright, Corned Beef Biscuit, you have a fantastic night. Catch you all on Saturday. Move her away here. I put a turtle on this one here. Like, I literally have no way of fighting this. I guess I can heal myself by constantly hitting it. Reflect and then I'll absorb. I guess I still get hit. Yeah, if you reflect a physical attack, you should be able to drain your own physical attack. It's kind of unfair it doesn't. Resnick again. Did I have another attack? Double attack, didn't I? Keep getting that's the thing. Do the holy dance. Bane's last battle before I head out. Just want to get a little bit of XP. Because man, they're getting battles are getting rough now. Here, he's probably gonna die here. Try to drain this guy so he can't. Deathbound. Got no mana. Might not even have enough to use Deathbound again. Ufudan. You can get the the anti-most. Yes, anti-most gets at a higher level. Boom. Alright. Let's make a save here. Good time to call it there for tonight. Made some pretty good progress, anyways. Got to the last, quote-unquote, last day. I don't know if there actually is an 8th day, but we're not using Yuzu's path, but I guess we'll find out. So next stream will be in another week, so another 5 days. And yeah, we'll probably finish this off on Saturday. Next week, like after Saturday, I'll be on vacation that week as well, so definitely going to be making some good progress with some other games. We shall see then. Let's see who's online there we can raid up before we head out for the night. Still online. We have the Wolf Airlock on. He's playing his Xbox challenge, original Xbox challenge. So we'll raid the Wolf Airlock up and call it there for tonight. So hope everybody has a fantastic week. You can turn off the Game Boy for now. Close the game. Turn off the power. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye for now, guys.